So we got the movie A Good Person. What is A Good Person? Is an intense character, emotional, heartbreaking adult narrative movie featuring Florence Pugh and Morgan Freeman. Florence Pugh plays as Allison, who is about to get married to her beloved fiance and has a career and has a great friendship with her core dynamics, but also sparks a tragic accident in the beginning that causes multiple fatalities that changes the course of literally her life and the people around her and her fiance's life. If you're my younger crowd that are watching this, because there are some of you out there, two things: you're amazing and I love you so much for being here, but I don't think this movie is geared towards you. As a matter of fact, I, being 28 years old, was literally probably the youngest in my theater watching this. Everyone else was around me was older, like they were more older people than me, like elderly, more adultish, and I was like, whoa. So, but if you're still a young crowd that still appreciates adult narrative character driven movies, then you'll absolutely love this. But I'm just gonna be honest with you, because I know there's some of you out there that watch my content, they're a little bit on the younger side, teenager side, young adult side, and this might not be appeal to you, and you might not even know who Florence Pugh is or Morgan Freeman. But with that being said, it's still a good movie if you're into really movie dynamics with characters driven with their performances being outrageous with the ranges that they can perform, because this is really emotional, heartbreaking movie. Let me explain. We meet her a year later after the tragic incident, addicted to drugs that are being prescribed to her, and she is living with her mother, grieving the process and all of this that happened to us. Now, we don't get a lot of answers in the beginning of the movie, like what happened in the car crash, like was it really her fault, like who are the people tied into this, and I don't want to ruin it for you, but when it comes progressively through the movie, you learn all those information just as we did with Allison. We see her go through the struggles of drug addiction and changes of her personality, even the world around her and the people she's been meeting with, especially her mother, like what's happening with her fiance, why is she with her mother, didn't she go with the marriage, and the movie answers slowly but surely, because literally they're about to get married, like they're talking about the wedding, they're getting their wedding dresses, and then boom, accident happens. A year later, she's living with her mother. Like, what's going on? The movie does tell you that in exposition later down the road. Basically, she is dealing with the fallout of the accident, and it's not easy. The range of her character of this troubled, beautiful young woman, 26-year-old girl, seemed like she had everything going in her life, and the people around her are everyone's life upside down. And Florence Pugh should be commended for this performance, because it's such a heartbreaking thing for her to do. Especially, all I've known from Florence Pugh is like action movies, Marvel movies, and seeing her, and even last year when she did Don't Worry Darling, was still an amazing, breathtaking experience. But this, I just felt like this was more a different pace for her acting chops. Morgan Freeman plays as the father of the fiance she was going to marry, but sees her attending the same AA meetings, because I did just tell you that she is addicted to these drugs, and they are tied together with the string of the connection of the fiance that potentially might not happen or will happen. Chinatsa Yuchi, I'm sorry if I'm botching that name right, plays as Nathan, was the guy that she was going to marry, and we actually just see more of him throughout the film, because I thought, oh, after the incident it's just going to be focused on Florence Pugh character, Allison, but no, we see him throughout the rest of the movie, and it's pretty cool. Their dynamics shifting from one side to the other based on the circumstances that this provides for us, the movie. Celeste O'Connor plays as Ryan, and she is actually the young girl that was involved in the accident with the relatives that happened to that incident, and she lives with Daniel because of what happened. It's absolutely a slow adult narrative, but it's a good one that carries the momentum forward of the characters, especially the actors and actresses, because every single scene is intentional into pulling the viewer in of her troubles, what she's going through with her life, the drug struggles, how that affects her relationship, her fiance, the way she looks at herself. Literally, this person, Allison, Florence Pugh, literally came from, oh my god, everything in her life is going well, her career, her life, her friendships, her fiance. After the incident, it literally changes you, and it changes the world around them. So it was more heartbreaking to see that this girl that had everything going for her, literally everyone, not just her life, but everyone else's like life changed upside down, and it was definitely not happy to see that in the movie theater, because I was like, wow, but I was so invigorated with the performances that I saw with Morgan Freeman and Florence Pugh, with the grief and the struggle and the drug addiction that she had to come up with. It's a little bit close to home. I had some friends that are addicted to alcohol, addicted to weed, that their lives literally turned upside down because of one incident, and the people around her still love her and trying to make her the best of it, but she doesn't know how to deal with that. And that performance comes across as a screen, which I did love, because I was like, whoa, this is a different type for Florence Pugh specifically, because I've only seen her in Marvel movies. But for me as an adult, I was like, damn, even though it's not a lot of action, hence like John Wick that came out in the same weekend, it still appealed to me, because I didn't want to go to the bathroom at all in case I missed some character driven dynamics with what she's going to, because you literally could believe it. It's not just acting, it's like literally like real life, and I love that, because it's portraying something that could happen in real life, in your life or my life. But especially the heartbreaking scenes of the fiance, especially the little moments that happen later in the film with the dynamics of what happen, I thought it was pretty intriguing to see. And it's a little bit difficult of a watch of a movie. I mean, yeah, that's what I'm saying for your younger crowd. I think you might not like appreciate it because it's more like adult stuff, like more real life stuff, and the struggle that she goes through with it, the drug addiction, the alcohol addiction with the people around her, feelings that she has about the accident. Does she blame herself? Does she blame the other people? Was it really her fault? What does her fiance think about it? Are they still gonna go get married? And it's good because all these people are entangled in one situation, which is close to real life. One thing that I feel about it is that you can see yourself in this situation with just different terms, not in terms, hopefully not in terms like fatalities, but so you can see yourself grieving, or even not, it doesn't even have to be prescription drugs. It could be for depression or anxiety or alcohol abuse. Like there is a lot of people that you know and I know probably that still go to AA meetings. This is one of those movies where I left the theater, I'm like, damn, like I'm happy that I saw that movie. It did still make me feel happy towards the end. Going through it was still an emotional roller coaster, not in terms of like, oh my god, I was sobbing, but I was just like, wow, like this is one of those movies where the acting and the performances of the actors and actresses was just so invigorating to like watch in theaters, because I was literally in such of awe of the performance that Florence Pugh made in this, because I've only known her in Marvel movies. To see her tackle something different was still awe-inspiring. Like if she keeps this up, she will definitely be like in the most like top-notch adult narrative driven emotional heartbreaking movies. And I still had a good time with this, even though it doesn't be all happiness, but then again it deals with real world examples that you can see yourself, maybe not now, just later on, or even a friend that was going through this. At the end of the day, I'm gonna give this a movie a solid B. If you made it this far, I appreciate you so much. Maybe consider hitting that subscribe button and turning on notifications so you never miss a video. And with that, take care, bye.